Chapter 26, Jump Shift. All this presence and feeling ease, relaxation, and belonging have a powerful effect on your nervous system. The brain can change, adapt, and grow. It's plastic, Play-Doh-like. The brain can add more connections to the phone tree, so to speak, which is appropriately called connectivity. If you want to remain in flight or flight mode as a default, meditation is probably not for you because meditation offers a more secure sense of self, which leads to the awareness that we're all connected and to empathy. There's a beautiful word in Hawaiian, ohana, which means family, not just blood relations, but can be used to mean everyone in familial relationship. Its meaning derives from the taro plant, a staple of the Hawaiian diet. You can create new shoots of taro plant from the cuttings of a parent, the image being that we are all well connected and descend from the same source. A single taro plant sends out a network of roots, which then grow individual tubers. It's hard to say where you as a tuber become individualized as a plant. Every taro root is connected. That's what happens when you let yourself get happy. You don't wish to be happy alone, and you see more clearly that we're not only in this together, but we all, well, most of us anyway, suffer from the same individualism myopia, this pervasive self-absorption. This is where we rise to Aristotle's third level of happiness, beatitude. The happiness that comes from doing good, service to others, making the world a better place. There's a Tibetan saying, if you want to be happy, think of others. If you want to be unhappy, just focus on yourself. This is not some commandment handed down from some ancient tomb or infallible priesthood. It's an inside job. When you change your focus, the brain subtly changes how it sees the world. You've acknowledged over and over in the training to date that being present is joyful. Joy shifts or exposes self-centeredness, because being overly self-involved doesn't make you feel as secure or as happy as it used to. This is a huge get or shift. And when you make this shift, it changes everything about how you see life on Earth. It seems obvious that there's a separate and distinct me who demands our deepest concern, and then there's everybody else. But 2,000 years ago, a guy almost everybody on this planet knows said, "Not so fast." His teaching was simple, maybe even self-evident, but it was a game changer, a golden rule that you should treat everyone as you wish to be treated. Buddha said much the same thing a bit earlier, and the Hindu Vedas said it 5,000 years ago. We feel separate because of a stubborn mental feedback loop that tells us we're separate, that we're all individuals swimming upstream in Poop's Creek, so we have to take care of us and ours. No lasting happiness comes from this belief. In 1972, the astronauts aboard Apollo 17 took a photograph now called the Blue Marble, when we first saw the whole Earth from space. A blue-green jewel floating in a vast black emptiness. There was no national borders, no religious turf, no divisions of any kind, well, except mountains, rivers, and oceans, on our suddenly smaller seeming globe. Our notion of separateness and tribal identity took a hit. We are all on this very small spaceship of a rock and water, tiny players in a big universe. As a species, we still haven't accepted the reality of our interdependence and interconnectedness, but imagine if we did. One oft-repeated example of interconnectedness is the butterfly effect, that if a butterfly flaps its wings in the Caribbean, it could, through a chain of causation, trigger a typhoon in Japan. In chaos theory, the study of complex dynamic systems, the idea of interconnectedness, helps predict things that seem random, like a typhoon in Japan. Chaos theory posits that tiny causes can have huge effects. That all seems abstract, though interesting, But how does it change anything for you? It does if you let it. A random act of kindness could end up causing peace in the Middle East. If complex math helps you open your heart, by all means, dive into this exciting interdisciplinary model of interconnectedness. But if you're simple like me, just gaze at the stars. The light you see might have been traveling for millions of years, so you can enjoy that second. When you open to it, life is too amazing to stay self-absorbed in a me bubble. But we need to be reminded again and again until our neuroplastic brains remember we're all interconnected, and the glue is empathy and compassion.